Survive. You live? Not. Here we are. Yeah. But I've been doing a lot of walking these past couple of days. Before I walked a little bit, sat on a bench and then walked back. And I did that little stretch, I think 2 or 3 times. And then I decided, right, we're going to walk a bit further. Now walking around, I'm walking a bit further every time now. Tomorrow I'm going to try and go even further. I've got like a little set course that I go on, and then I think of how can I make that course a little bit more longer, like more challenging. So yeah, I've already been on my walk today. That's probably why I might look a bit shiny, like sweating. And we're gonna erase my progress and smash these. I'm gonna hold back. I'm gonna slow down on these snack videos, because that's where I'm just putting on all the weight, getting all fucking fat. And it's making, I'm getting that plantar fasciitis, whatever it is, in your feet, where your heels start throbbing. It's probably from being overweight. I never had it years ago, like when I was in my 20s, late 20s. It's a sign that you're getting obese, that you're walking around with all this weight. Or maybe I'm sitting down too much at the computer. And I watched a video clip yesterday of Peter Kay, a little comedy sketch, and I didn't find it funny at all. I didn't find any of his jokes hilarious. Like, it was entertaining, but you know when you watch like a comedian and you watch the DVD and they tell the joke and they're talking whatever, and then they pan the camera to the audience to get the audience reaction, and then just to see the look on people's faces as he's telling his joke, and they're like creasing up. You know where you get people that are like in stitches and hysterics, like they're in tears, like they think it's so funny, and I'm thinking, what? It's not even that funny. Like, what was so hilarious about the joke? And I was just saying, I said in the comments, I said, are the audience bots? Like, are they laughing on cue or something? And I got so much fucking hate. Like, I got within minutes, I was getting emails saying, "Oh, you cunt," and "Are you sad git?" or "Am I American?" Look, I'm getting it now. Look, these are the replies I got. Look, "Are you American?" Or "You can't relate to what he's talking about." To those that can, it's funny. It says, "What the fuck? You serious? He is funny. It is funny. Do one, you sad git." For me, it's like it wasn't funny. I didn't find it funny at all. Like, I think, what you laughing at? Anyway, we're like, what? 3 minutes in, we haven't even at the first one yet. It's meant to be about these we've done the original cake bars, the original Galaxy. So these are the caramel ones. So these are like more sugary. I think they might not taste as good because they've been sitting in the heat for too long. Like, they taste a bit soggy. Maybe I should have let them when they're more like, fresh. If you look on Bing, if you open Bing, all you hear is everyone dying, isn't it? Look, Commander Zero dies, French Climber dies, Snooker Legend dies. Have they got anything good to tell us? Like, yeah, Putin's protected. They've got their little bunkers that they can run away to. We've got The Last of Us 2 coming out Friday, and I'm hoping I can get a copy. I should have pre-ordered it, and I'm not sure where to go to get it. So I'm thinking, no matter what I do, I'm gonna pick the wrong shop to go and get it, and I'm gonna get the worst experience where they're sold out. And I could just download it, but I'd rather get a physical copy. I'm not bending over backwards for it. If I can't get it, I can't get it. I'm not going over the odds. virus continues in Beijing. Well, look at that. Look at that. Look, people queuing for a nucleic acid test on Wednesday. Most people need a negative test before leaving the city, while others are banned entirely. Look, where's their 2 meters? That's not. That's like more like 2 centimeters. Is this the second wave then? So what they should do is they should close the airports. Don't let anyone fly outside of China. If they're getting the next wave of this virus, and then why should they should not let anyone come into our country then? World, Middle East. Yeah, I think these ones taste better than the original ones. That little bit of caramel gives it that more sweet, like a sweeter taste. Liz Iran facing second wave. That's what it is, isn't it? You go to the Middle East, all they're talking about is Iran. That Lebanon protests continue. Imagine now, Saudi Arabia is owned by... Look, Newcastle Football Club is owned by Saudi Arabia. They can come over here and buy all our stuff. Like you had a Thai man that bought Leicester, wasn't it? He owned Leicester and he died. They can come... Anyone around the world can come over here and buy all our stuff. Buy property, buy buildings, buy businesses, buy whatever. But you can't go over to their country and buy anything. You don't. It's not the same. You haven't got the same equality. I remember when I was in Egypt, when I was in Sharm el Sheikh. I asked when I was staying in this apartment, and I asked the manager or the person that's running the complex. I said, "Oh, how much is it to buy one of these apartments, to own it?" And he says, about 20. I think it was about 20, around about 20,000. About 20,000, and you don't own it. You own it for 99 years. So after 99 years, the property goes back to whoever's owning the complex. So his family probably own it. He'll sell one of the apartments to us. The people, then in 100 years it goes back to him. But he'd benefit more from just renting it, because then he's getting paid anyway. And that's just for the just for the building, so it doesn't include like your water and electric and all that. But that was pretty cheap anyway. Like, the only bad thing was when you get like scammers. You get people trying to scam you on the little buses. Like when you're going to get a bus, like, they think that you're a tourist and they think you don't know, so they charge you more until they get familiar with that you're living here long term, that they give you a pass and they like give you the wink of how much it really costs. So I remember getting in a bus where I was. We passed, because where I was staying in the apartments was during down this massive strip, this long road. And there was loads of hotel resorts, and one of them was where I actually stayed, like for a holiday. And I was in an apartment at the end of the road. There's like these apartment buildings where like you'd probably have like staff like living there. And there's a hotel across the street, and there was a big group of Russians, a Russian family, like a big group of tourists from Russia, maybe like a big family, and they charged this group of people 50 pound, like 50 English, the equivalent of about 50 quid, to take them on the bus to a place called Nama Bay, and it's probably about maybe a 20 to 30 minute journey, with them stopping as well to let more people on the bus on whatever traffic or whatever. And then that journey from where they were to Nama Bay for an Egyptian person is like 30 pence, 50 pence, maybe a pound, around about that sort of price, a pound. And they charged these group 50 quid for the whole family, this big family, maybe about 8 to 10 people, to get in this bus and take them, because when you're on holiday you don't think, you just think, oh yeah, whatever, and just pay it. Like you think, oh, taxi service, oh here's 20 quid, take me there. You're not thinking about it. They thought they were getting a bargain. Oh yeah, 50 quid for the lot of us, when it could have cost you a quid each. So you could have got there, all your family, for about 8 quid. Madness. But you get it in Thailand as well. Like you get the taxi drivers take the piss. They'll go the long way round, or make them, because it's a taxi meter, like it's a pay by the meter. So they'll go the way to make the meter go up. Because I was with a Thai woman, I saw the ins and outs of it, so I was like given a pass. Like when I was with this woman, she had to go off, get called to work, so she had to go travelling somewhere to work, and I was left in Thailand on my own for a couple of days. And when I was in the hotel, like we was in the hotel in Bangkok for a couple of days, because it's closest to the airport. So we went to Bangkok for a couple of days, and then as she left early, and I was in the hotel by myself, she organised a taxi to come and get me, to take me to the airport for when I had to come home. And she specifically asked them not to scam me. Like she told the hotel who I was and that I'm with her, and she told them not to like do it, not scam me on anything, like charge me for anything. Or, and they said when the taxi driver, and she organised a taxi to come and get me, to take me to the airport, she told the hotel staff to tell the taxi driver not to scam me, like to tell them that who I am, like that I'm with her. So if I went with her, the people like tourists get absolutely stripped and get rinsed. Now, people say racism don't exist. So when it comes to these countries, they're racist towards just as much to us. Like if you're not Asian or Oriental looking, you're immediately an outsider, a foreigner, and you're going to get charged more. I remember there was a crocodile farm, and because I'm an outsider, I'm a Farang, I had to pay more to enter the crocodile farm than the natives. And there was this like boat ride going around the river, and you have a meal on there or whatever, or just sit on there. And I remember seeing the numbers, and it said, oh, this number for this, I think it was like 60 baht for foreigners and 30 baht for if you're Thai. And I asked her, so what does that say? And it says tourists that you pay more. smashing these. We've got three left. I can feel it. I can feel the sugars hitting me. I'm going to take a little bit of a break. When I've done the original Galaxy ones, I couldn't finish them. I can only manage 5. And I'm not even looking at the news. I'm just sitting there chatting away. Well, you go on the media, that's all you're faced with is racism. Anything to have a jab at the white people. You're saying about Penny Lane getting renamed. You might as well dry up the ocean because that's where the slave, that was the route for the slave, and you might as well destroy boats as well, because boats is what had the people on there, and you might as well destroy the ground that you walk on as well, because they walked on that as well. Like if I had a message to the Queen right now, the Queen Elizabeth of England, I'd say, why aren't you doing anything about this? Like, if it weren't for these slave people, these racist slave traders, if it wasn't for Winston Churchill and all the decision making of these people, you wouldn't be fucking sitting in your palace right now, all comfy and cozy. All these prime ministers, all you politicians, if it wasn't for the decision making of Winston Churchill, of what everyone did back in the day, back in World War II, you wouldn't be sitting where you are right now. This whole world and this whole country could be in a complete different scenario. You could be sitting here ruled by the Germans. This whole like the Roman Empire. You could be sitting here ruled by Nazis right now. If it weren't for the choices that man made. So it doesn't matter about his racism or it's disgusting, isn't it? Everything in the past, everything they've done, that the choices they've made and the things the events that occurred back then is how we got to where we are now, and it could be a whole lot worse. Like if you look at the Normandy, what if it went the other way round? And the people that was on the beaches of Normandy, what if they didn't win that battle? And what if they all got slaughtered? And that's it. What if none of them made it home? What am I looking at here? 75-year-old buffalo protester is unable to walk, has a cracked skull. Oh, that guy, the old man that decided to go and get in the mosh pit. Second wave lockdowns could look more like this. So the second wave lockdown is going to be worse then. You might as well just not end. You might as well not even end the lockdown that we've got now, so that you don't call it a second wave. You just continue in the wave that we've already got. But it's back. Bit of shit. They're nothing really interesting to look at. Yeah, we're done. The whole world's done. This virus has got you wrapped around their finger. They just have to bring that virus as an excuse to make you do anything. But 2 meters. This 2 meter thing is never going to go away. In fact, when I went on my walk-in yesterday, I walked past someone at the bus stop that was talking to another woman at the bus stop, and she said that she's had the virus already, and it's not as bad as everyone's making it out to be. PlayStation 5, yeah, I'm looking forward to that. The only game I'm really interested in is that Sackboy thing. That. That's it. On. Smashed all 10 of them. I feel sick now. Yeah, I'm not going to do cake bars anymore. In fact, I've got 2 more cake bars. I've got roses, but they're packs of 5. I can do 1 each for those. A video per one. Just do 5. 10. I just smashed that. I feel fucking sick right now. I'm going to stop.